Step into a world where resourcefulness was a way of life, where every penny counted, and where ingenuity thrived in the face of adversity. Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of savvy solutions, welcome to a journey through time, back to the era that defined frugality, the Great Depression. As we fast forward through our fast-paced lives today, it's all too easy to lose sight of the incredible lessons our forebears learned during one of the most challenging periods in history. But fear not, for I, your guide and connoisseur of all things frugal, am here to unveil the hidden gems of the past that can revolutionize our present. In this captivating video, we're unearthing not just 1 or 5, but 12 frugal living tips from the Great Depression era. Number 1, buy things secondhand. If you're not a do-it-yourself kind of gal, you can still save by avoiding buying brand new items from the store. What can you do instead? Buy things secondhand. Today, the internet makes it even easier to find what you need secondhand. For example, you can use Facebook or eBay to buy secondhand appliances, electronics, books, furniture, toys, etc. To save money on clothing, you can also check out thrift shops. And don't forget about yard sales for a treasure trove of cheap finds to save you money. Number 2, make your own cleaning products. Why waste your money on name brand sprays, scrubs, and gels to clean your home when you can do it yourself everything you need instead? You can use different combinations of diluted vinegar, baking soda, and lemon juice to clean pretty much anything in your home, from sinks to toilets to countertops, and it costs just pennies. Watch out though. Some surfaces can't tolerate these chemicals, so make sure you do your research before cleaning. Number 3, share with your neighbors. In tough times, it's nice to know you have a community to turn to. Today, many people take a big sense of pride in being independent and owning everything they need. But it's fine to ask for help. In fact, when you can borrow from and lend to your neighbors, everyone wins. For example, cooking a big meal for a dinner party. If you rarely host, consider borrowing your neighbor's crock pot before going out and buying your own. In turn, let your neighbor borrow your lawnmower, or watch their dog while they're on vacation. If everyone helps each other out, everyone can buy less and save more money in the long run. Number 4, learn how to store and preserve produce. Whether you buy your fruits and vegetables at the grocery store or you grow them yourself at home, don't let a single thing go to waste. Notably, food waste isn't just bad for the environment, it's also bad for your wallet, says the United States Environmental Protection Agency. So try out one of the frugal living tips from the Great Depression and learn how to store and preserve produce so you never let them go to waste. For example, you can learn how to freeze, dry, jam, can, and even pickle different kinds of produce. Number 5, learn to do it yourself around the house. Some people may have more of a knack for it than others, but we can all learn how to be a little handy around the house and use one of the frugal living tips from the Great Depression. And the more you can learn to do it yourself, the more cash you'll save because you won't have to always call in a professional. You don't have to do everything yourself. But just picking up a few tricks here and there can give you some creative ways to save money. For instance, you can learn how to paint your own rooms, unclog your own drain, shovel your own driveway, mow your lawn, etc. Number 6, use less electricity. This is one of the frugal tips from the Great Depression that's likely to save you the most cash, and it's also the easiest. It's obvious that the average American household today uses more electricity than in the 1930s. So look to history for inspiration on how to lower electric bill costs. For example, use natural sunlight more by leaving the lights off during the day. And remember that saving energy doesn't just save you money, it's better for the environment too. Number 7, relax by candlelight. To save money at home and use one of the smartest frugal living tips from the Great Depression, why not switch to candlelight after the sun goes down? Of course, you don't have to do this every day, but even switching to candlelight a few nights a week can really cut back your electricity use and your electricity bill. Plus, it can actually be really enjoyable to relax by candlelight. For one, it's easier on the eyes. If you spend the evening reading by candlelight before bed, you'll use barely any electricity at all. Better yet, candlelight sets the perfect scene for a cozy or romantic evening. Number 8, just a dab will do ya. Fun fact, you don't need to use as much toothpaste as they show you in the commercials. Double fun fact, you don't even need to use toothpaste at all. We're not saying you should give up toothpaste. But when it comes to lotions, potions, soaps, and most cosmetics and cleaners, you don't need to use as much as you think. Try sticking to the old motto, just a dab will do ya. By using less of a product on a daily basis, you won't run out of your products as quickly, and you won't need to spend money to replace them as often. Win-win. Number 9, use things up before replacing. Too often we get tired of what we have and rush out to buy something new before it even needs replacing. That definitely wasn't the modus operandi during the 1930s. Back then, the Depression-era motto was, use it up, wear it out, make do, or do without. If you live by this motto today and only go shopping when you've actually run out of something, you can end up saving a lot of cash and use one of the frugal living tips from the Great Depression. Number 10, go to restaurants less often. You can bet that not many people were going to restaurants during the Great Depression. While you don't have to cut restaurants and coffee shops completely out of your lifestyle, reducing how often you eat out can significantly increase your monthly savings. For example, do you buy lunch every day at work? Start by making your own lunch and bringing it to the office. You can also start making your own coffee instead of going to your local shop. A good tip is to see restaurants and coffee shops as a once-a-week treat or even a monthly expense instead of a daily expense. Number 11, entertain yourself for free. When you're bored at home, getting ready to meet with friends, or preparing to go out on a date, it can get expensive fast. This is understandable. Often, the first thought is to just go out to eat or get a drink. But eating and drinking out on a regular basis can end up being really expensive. So can indulging in a shopping habit, going to the movies, and taking a weekend trip. Number 12, make payments in cash. Hear us out. You don't have to ditch all online payments in order to be more frugal and save money. After all, online payments and credit cards can make it a lot easier to manage payments for rent, electricity, internet, car loans, etc. But online payments and credit cards also make it way easier to start impulse spending, which is why switching to cash can be a good idea. For example, try paying in cash for things like groceries, restaurants, and other day-to-day purchases. By paying in cash, you'll be more conscious of how much you're spending, and you'll be less likely to make big impulse purchases. What's old is new again. There's plenty you can learn from these frugal living tips from the Great Depression. But we're not saying you have to live like it's 1931. Instead, just try incorporating a few frugal tips from your grandparents' era into your daily routine. They can really impact your motivation for saving money and how much you save.